Peace, love, and light. This is just going to be another tarot vlog. Don't know what these messages are about. They just came to me that I got some incoming messages today. So we're going to hop right into them. Say our prayers, shuffle up our cards, and then we will begin. So, dear the divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, and our angels, thank you for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and straying us away from negativity as best as possible. Right now, I'm asking that you bless and protect this space as well as the viewers. Ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive, and gift us the keen discernment to know what to do with the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. Alright, so I shuffled and I landed on one where I felt like I had all that I needed in order to move forward. But then I got this divine message that I don't, and I need some type of help or assistance. Like, I could start, but it won't be the best start. So I don't have my best available yet. Two makes it better, so forming a connection, balancing out, and expanding makes it better. 3, 4, 3 and 4 are the same. This is it. It's something that we're looking for, especially with purpose here. It's something specifically that we're looking for, but I keep feeling this number 5, that 5 is the number for us. So we're going to go ahead. 5 is the best. There's change. Yeah, even though it doesn't look like what I'm looking for, this is exactly it. And 5 is the best. So there's something that needs to change in order for the best experience possible to come out. I feel like this is talking about the way that I want to be and the things that, well, not the way that I want to be, but the things that I want to participate in. I need to change something in order for the things that I want to participate in to be the best. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is talking about me and how I believe something should be. This flew out with failure in the reverse. See, I told you it's not going to be its best. The failure card is in the reverse. I understand because it hasn't happened yet. If I enact on something when I believe it is at its best, or if I enact in the thing that I'm looking for, like, for example, what were the exact words that I just said? If I go for the result that I think should be, I'm going to have to obtain it through small steps of trial and error, failure and progress. I'm going to have to go through failure and progress in order to obtain the result of what I think it is. So it is not about me changing how I am or how I be. It's about me changing the result of the experience. The ending of what I believe to be needs to change in order for the experience to occur at its best. My end result of what I believe a situation would be needs to change. And then we have abundance in the reverse. And then loneliness in the reverse. This is support, but this abundance in the reverse is speaking to me and telling me that I need to change from a single way of thinking, a lack way of thinking, into a supported way of thinking, in abundance, in majority, in more. I need to think about how what I want, and it's heavily pointing towards the fasting that I want to do. I need to think how what I want will bring in the multitude of something instead of the scarcity of something. I need to think how it's not going to bring about one result, which is enabling me to build about self-control, but how it's going to bring in more than just that one thing. And I need to know that I am supported by the angels as well as our Heavenly Father Yahweh as I partake in this thing that I want to partake in. So I can ask for help, surrender. And that's what this surrender card here is literally asking for help. You got trust, loneliness in the reverse, and regret. Never mind. You got loneliness in the reverse and regret. Starting with this regret card, I know that I cannot change the past. This is releasing the feelings and emotions I have about my past time of trying to fast and it not working out. This is releasing my regretful energy of I shouldn't be doing this, or I shouldn't partake in it because the last time that I partake in it. This is releasing this belief inside of me that because it happened like that the last time, that it's going to happen like that all of the time. That's what this is mixed in with this surrender card for. Then we have loneliness in the reverse, but God is guiding me towards trust. So trust says that I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. This is listening to that inner voice inside of me that is telling me that this is listening to that inner voice inside of me that is telling me how this particular time and this particular moment of the situation will go. This is listening to an inner voice inside of me that's guiding me into the right way to perceive the situation. And then we have loneliness in the reverse. I know that I'm never alone. This is me being supported by the angels. Listening to this angelic voice inside of me, because I am clairaudient, so I can hear, and I know that this voice isn't my own, but it is of an angel, is what God is telling me. So listening to the angels that I hear and letting go of how I think a situation will occur based off of his past experiences will do what for me? Because those are the things that I need to let go. So what will it do for me? Happiness, I knew it. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. You got service, regret, and balance in the reverse. It'll bring me into happiness for the situation happening and not the end result. I need to be happy that the situation is occurring. I need to be happy that I am fighting, not that I fighted. Not that I made it through, but that I am making it through, that I am doing it, that I am active in it. And that's how I can be happy. And that is the thing that I'm missing in order for my fasting experiences to be what they need to be and bring in the multitude of what they're supposed to bring in, which is what I channeled before in a reading, that if I enact on my fast, I'll have strength. I'll be not able to be led into temptation. I will have self-confidence. I will have self-gratitude. I will be achieved. For some reason, my hair is feeling very fucking straight today. I don't know what's going on. But I will have all of these things internally inside of me if I focus on and surrender to me being happy and cheering myself on as I am doing it, not being proud later. And that's how I make it through my fasting, especially with service card here. And then we have regret. I know I cannot change the past. Yeah, it's not about the finished product. It's about the act of doing it. So that way I can always encourage myself to do it, because I will love the act of doing it. And I will strengthen this bond within myself as well. So it's almost time for me to start my fasting period, my fasting self, but it's not time yet. And then we have balance in the reverse. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is bringing judgment into the world that disrupts the harmony. This is victimizing the self through beliefs of insecurities. This is bringing about insecurities to the balance of peace that I have. If I went down the path, especially with service right here, if I went down the path and only focused on the outcome of it, then I would continuously judge myself for the experience of it. I would judge myself for exactly how this experience went. I would literally judge myself for that. This is Yahweh saying, even though I don't have the start, even though I don't have everything that I need, I can still start and move forward. This is me being in the fool's position, taking a leap of faith of starting. So I feel that this is Yahweh saying I can start my fast even though I don't have this inside of me yet. Yeah, this is being in the fool's position with Yahweh. It's something about, it's not that he has it and it's not that I have it, but I can start. See, the fool's position, the fool card, the fool's fucking position backed by the lovers. This is a union. I have it inside of my wild self, inside of my natural self. We got the Ace of Swords in the middle of the deck here, Queen of Swords at the bottom, and what's behind this is the King of Cups in the reverse. It's blocked by my negative emotions, but it exists inside of myself, which is perseverance and will to continue on. I naturally have that inside of myself, but that brings me to the outcome. That's why Yahweh is saying, even though I don't have all that I need, I can fast, and I have the ability to complete it, but it only brings me to the end result that I see, which is me being happy that I finished it, and not the fact that I am doing it. Because my perseverance and my will only leads me towards focusing on my actions in the direct design of how the situation is taking place. And if I am not in the energy of how I feel the experience was going to occur, I'll feel negative about the whole experience overall. Because with this fasting situation, because I'm fasting from smoking, I want to begin to quit. So I'm fasting from smoking. Ooh, look at my hand getting chunky, all these dimples. I want to fast from smoking. I want to stop smoking. I want to quit smoking. So I want to fast from it in increments. I want to wean myself off of it. And I have this feeling of what I want to be, but I don't know how to obtain it outside of persevering and willing myself through this. And it's this energy that I want to obtain. And this energy comes about from me willing myself through it, Well, it comes about through me being happy that I am actively doing it. If I'm not happy that I'm actively doing it, then I will go through a failure in progress type of situation, and I'll be mad at the actions that I took while actually doing it, because this urge that I'm fighting is very, very strong. So what I'm going to go through, I'm not prepared to actually endure and experience. The fighting the urge of letting go smoking completely. I already know that there's a demonic attack upon that, because I already stopped smoking weed, and that's something that they don't want me to do. I'm already looking at no longer drinking even socially. I don't want to smoke socially. I don't want to drink socially. I want to live a sober life and inspire other people to live a sober life as well. I'm in the energy of Yahshua, where I'm willing to give my life away in order to inspire and activate other people to do the same things that I'm doing. So it's not particularly giving my life away, but it's giving up the world in order to inspire other people of how to be in the right way to be and the right things to do in order to go to heaven and get accepted by God and live a grandiose, glory-filled, heavenly life on earth. So I want to be in that energy so badly that I'm willing to give up everything that I like about the world and love about the world in order to inspire other people. And I want to give it up for myself, because I know that it's unhealthy for me. And in the fact that I don't have that much aspiration for myself also has me not prepared to embark on this journey of fasting and getting rid of my worldly things and overcoming the urges that I feel to drink and smoke and do things that are worldly. It's because I don't have it for myself. I don't want it for myself. I want it for other people. So I'm not strong enough to go through this yet, which is why the Queen of Swords was in the reverse here, especially with the World here. I'm not strong enough, but I can complete it, but it's not going to be in its best way with the High Priestess here. And it's like God is holding those secrets, and if I enact on it, I'll just wind up struggling with it, because I'm seeing this High Priestess kind of laughing at this woman, and that's the angels kind of laughing, like, oh, they're not negatively laughing, they're happily laughing, like, oh my goodness, this is a struggle that we've all seen before, and it's kind of funny and cute that this person is doing this, because it's showing how hard that they want to get rid of it. And that is showing me that I actually want to quit for myself, and I really want to quit for myself like strongly want to quit for myself, because I'm working so hard on obtaining this and wanting to obtain it, especially with the Hermit card here in the upright. So the battle that I'm wanting to go through, I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough, nor am I prepared to go through it. The teaching of me being happy and making myself proud and giving myself good affirmations that I'm actually doing it brings about a pathway of doing it through bits and pieces, through trial and error, through trial and error and trial and error and trial and error. And I don't like to go about those routes, because with me in the trial and error experience, it builds up. My errors build up, and they knock me off of the trial period to where I just don't do it anymore, and I wind up back smoking again and just simply not caring. I know that I have a limit and I have a quality issue, and that's the quality issue comes from my birth chart and how I am born to be. And I know my limit is like a 3-time experience. I got 3 times and I'm out. That's just as much as I got inside of me, and I know that's very negative and low behavior, low vibe like, but I got 3 times and I'm out. I'll try 3 times, and if it doesn't work out, I quit because of my own beginning of victimizing myself, like I said with this balance card here. I begin to create insecurities inside of my mind that judge me out of the situation that I want to persevere in. especially with the world here. So that's signifying that it's not just in this area of fasting, it's in anything that I have to go through a trial and error period of. So it's like, in order for me to go through that, this is number 3 on here. We need 5, so we got 2 more before the method is complete and I can partake in my fast. So this is telling me that I need to release this quality and timing limit that I've placed upon myself, and that unlocks the doorway for me to go ahead and go through with a fast that is not as big of a deal as bringing in a demonic tax. So like a fast from eating, a fast from drinking juice or water, a fast from interacting with friends and being social, things that don't spark up demonic warfare over me or spiritual warfare over me. I can go ahead and go in with these 3 methods, which is releasing the quality and time limits, releasing the quality and time limits, being happy and giving out proud affirmations and speaking to myself proudly about the fact that I'm doing it, and then perseverance and will. That enables me to go about anything but quitting the major problems that I have of me enacting with the doorway to sin, which is like smoking, drinking, weed, and, negative talk and behavior. I want to completely change myself and get rid of all of those things. I want to be a more positive person, a more godly person, a more righteous person. That's what I truly want to be, and I'm striving and craving for that very deeply. And I know in order to do that, I have to get rid of my dark, humorous behavior. I have to get rid of smoking. I have to get rid of drinking. But that comes with this codependency that I have to relate to friends. I'm very codependent upon how a person behaves, and then me acquiring that behavior. Look at how this darkness is following me. I know it's just like shadow manipulation right here with all the lights that I have on recording. But it's so funny that I'm talking about the darkness, and then like my hands are creating this shadow effect here. That's so fucking funny, right? It's like I carry the darkness. And what I was literally saying was that if the friend that I have drinks and smokes, then I have this codependency that I can't relate to them unless I drink and smoke too. Two, as I say that. That is the step that I'm stuck on, which is building a foundation of relating to people in the way that they are. This is me having to accept differences that bring others together. Like another party may be happy, maybe Grandis may be proud that I don't smoke and don't drink. They won't make fun of me. It's like I don't want to do anything that that person doesn't do in order to not be made fun of, in order for them to still contact me, in order for them to still include me in things. I want to be able to partake in events with the friend. And I feel like the only way to do that is to do the things to participate in the things that they do. So I still have a bit of a codependency issue. I still have a bit of a trusting issue and an abandonment issue that I'm still working on with inside of my friendships. Ooh, all of this fire. I'm even seeing fire in this Ace of Swords card. I'm seeing a bunch of fire here for some reason. This is burning. We're in the Hanged Man position upon this. Boom, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay, and Strength, but it's in the reverse, but okay. This is shutting up that natural self, that insecure, codependent, natural self. You got the Two of Swords in the reverse. This is being active right now. We're in the Hanged Man position, being cleansed by fire. We're more stern to saying no to the things that bring about change, that changes us from the environment that we are in. And we are also cutting through what we think. And cutting through what we think and what we believe with our truth. We have 3 truths about ourselves, which is the truth, and then details of a different truth. So we're becoming more of who we are truthfully and honestly. But this is in imagination. So this is all in the mind. It's not external yet. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. We need to shut up this internal voice inside of ourselves that we can't connect to others unless we participate in the same events, unless we are like each other somehow, some way. Unless 2 parties are the same, they cannot mix. We have to eliminate that whole entire idea and tame this thought. It's not really eliminate it, but to tame the thought, because it is right that 2 parties have to have some type of like, they have to have some type of match in order for them to get along, in order for them to interact with each other. But the whole entire complete self doesn't have to match in order for that to happen. I just had this analogy of a forest and how a forest holds many different types of trees, and there are some, and just because there's many different types of trees doesn't mean that they conflict. Because God is having me think about the park next to my house and how there are many different trees inside of it, and the branches are still reaching for each other. Many different types of trees inside of it, and the branches are still reaching for each other. They're still trying to connect. So this is pouring into myself and acting upon this energy that I don't have to be completely the same as the other person. And I have my own, like, this is with the Ace of Swords. I have my own, in the Two of Swords. I have my own likes and dislikes. Yeah, we're strong because we're in the Hanged Man position and we're gaining enlightenment upon this. So we are strong. We're just not acting on it, nor do we have the love for it yet. We don't have the action that is needed to bring us into letting go of these limiting beliefs of common people interact. We don't have the love that is needed. We don't have the emotion, and we don't have the action that will bring us out of it yet. But I need to release this thought in order for me to be open into exception, and that'll bring me into openness of full exception. Once I begin to accept myself in the concept of relating to other people, that I have to have this thought and emotion and belief that I can be accepted by others for the full expression of myself, that these people won't change and they won't leave. Once I have that inside of me, I can also begin to start upon my fasting experience. I just have to let go of my imagination that tells me I will be way too different from my friends and they won't accept me. And then I understand why my angels are laughing now, because they're like, Monique, you are already way too different. You're the only person in your environment, in your social world, in the world that you know of, that does tarot and behaves the way that you behave. And then you were the only person until you looked it up, but you're still the only person in the world that works so intimately and closely with God the way that you work with God. So, and you're still accepted by your followers, your subscribers, your clients, your friends, your family. They're still including you in events. They're still making time for you. They're still connecting with you, so you are accepted into relation with other people, even if you continue to design this path that you are on and design the self that you are into a completely different person from them. You're still accepted, so there's no need to hold this belief that rejection or abandonment will occur because of your differences. It won't. That's why I need to surrender and let go. Tower fucking moment, right? That's what we just had. So from this tower moment, this realization internally, like I said, I called the hangman and we got it. What are you talking about? We're in the hangman position. I saw that shit. You got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So we're ready and we're moving into this 10 of coins. And this 10 of coins is when we come out of the hangman position, when we come out of gaining this enlightenment, this wise knowing, when we come out of gaining this wisdom, we will be fulfilled with inside of self to the point of fulfillment. And that's in its exact words, said our Holy Father Yahweh. We're realizing that everyone has their own saying in a different type of way. And I'm the only person that does not, because I'm seeing myself as this old dog. And I feel Yahweh laughing at me too. Like, that's such a cute idea that you had, trying your hardest to relate to people. I see how fond and fun that you are, that you're willing to open yourself up and experience different things in order to bring relation into your life. And that's in the words of our Holy Father Yahweh. Like, I'm very fond and very fun. That's a wonderful compliment. Thank you so much for that. Even though I don't know what fond means. I know. Let me look it up. I feel my angels like we don't have time. Okay, whatever. So anyways, because I still got to wash dishes, even though these tarot vlogs are for me, but I still on a time limit because I have errands to do. Well, one errand to do, which is clean the kitchen. But this old dog is me because he doesn't have a pentacle around his neck. So people of the same will unite and connect, and I will be able to interact with them. Even though I have no connection to them, I can still be in the same environment and still be included, especially with this old woman on my back, which is representing an old friend for me. I have support. So this is what flew out. Then we have the Ace of Cups sitting in the middle of the deck, the Five of Coins, and the King of Wands. This is pouring out that negativity that left me in the cold. And when we are pouring things out, we're releasing it into the world. That's what it means when your cup runneth over. You're releasing it into the world. But I didn't release it into the world. I contained it into myself with the King of Wands in the reverse, because I wanted to obtain something. So I contained the thought inside of myself that left me alone because I wanted to obtain friends. I didn't share this thought with reality. I didn't share this thought with anyone and open up about it, which would have brought the healing that was needed to occur, that I can still connect with other people in my differences, especially if I talk to my mother about that. Then she would have showed that to me. Or if I would have talked to my angels about that, then you would have showed that to me. I feel like God made this spread in order for me to say, talk to your angels more, because they know a lot about you. Talk to God more, because they know a lot about you. So he's telling me it's time for me to open up and express my feelings and ideologies and beliefs onto my angels, so that way they can begin to help me as well. Two of Coins in the reverse. We're out of the hangman position now. We got the Three of Coins, the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is the Two of Coins in the reverse. I have to relate it to the fasting that I want in order to get out of this hanged man position. And I have the emotion, but what is the action? The action is believing and knowing that you can do it, regardless of the people around you. For when I have this belief solidified, well, instilled inside of me and solidified inside of me, that's when I can enact on fasting in anything that brings about a demonic attack or a spiritual attack to me. I feel like God is strengthening me for, well, the demons are saying God's strengthening me for what's to come. But who fucking knows, you know? He's very miraculous. Thank you. But I have to have this knowing inside of self, this wisdom inside of self. Yeah, I have to have this wisdom inside of self and just simply not care about how like things connect. And I just simply not, I simply need to not care about how differences don't connect. I need not care about that because it's only complete differences that don't connect and not small detaily differences. It's like these people will still have fun with me, but they'll also admire me for being the way that I am. They'll connect with each other and I'll have no connection with them, meaning that I won't have anything that is like the things that they do or participate in, but I'll still have fun in the encounter. So it's like we won't have the same type of memories or we won't have the same type of experience, but we'll still have the same experience. It just won't be the same detail. So knowing that puts my Two of Coins into the upright, pulls out, the King of Coins, all in the reverse. And this is what I cannot change because I'm becoming. This Two of Coins is always making the best decision for myself in moments of sadness and judgment. When I have to make the decision to not smoke versus to smoke, it'll be easier and more prominent, and I'll have this knowing more knowingly inside of me that I don't want to smoke, that I shouldn't smoke. It'll be easier for me to say no through the emotions that I have because it's a responsibility inside of self to enact on the best for myself because I have this knowing internally, unconsciously, subconsciously, and consciously now, but it'll go into my subconscious and unconscious, and it's this knowing that no matter what I do, I'll be okay and I'll be good. So this will finally get rid of my codependency, abandonment, and trust issue. Once I release this idea of like, okay, in order for me to be able to relate to other people, I have to do the same thing as them. I need to totally release that and let that go. And then I can have this ability, because that's number 5, I believe. This is number 4. So I'll be able to totally release that ability. I'll be able to totally release the ability or the thing inside of me that tells me to go with the no idea because I don't want to not be accepted, which is what my unconscious is still pushing into my conscious to act off of, which is why I can't fast from smoking, because there's this underlying unconscious thought of if I stop, I won't be accepted, and that prevents me a lot from actually fasting and quitting and stopping in moments. So we got the King of Coins in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. All because I'm gaining the wisdom of these characters. This King of Coins is someone who is observant of the environment. So I'm becoming more observant. I'm also becoming more stern, more unmoving in the actions that I want to partake in, but can't partake in yet. Because this is a bird and it can't hold that wand yet, but it's still a king because it has all of the energy of a person that can hold on to their actions, that can hold with their actions. And then we have the Queen of Swords energy in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. It is in me. Okay. I'm feeling this need to turn her upright. So I am in my Queen of Swords energy, where I'm very unmoving about what I say, and I mean what I say, and what I say is what I'm going to do. So I need to take baby steps, and that's the final thing that I need in order for me to enact in fasting. I need to take baby steps and do intermittent fasting, where it's only certain times throughout the day that I don't smoke, or I don't eat, or I don't drink, or whatever the situation may be. And that'll begin this ability to take on the full and final battle of not smoking for an entire day. So that's all I have here for these cards. Now God is telling me to channel this a different way and go into these cards. Should I cut this video short, start washing dishes like I said I was going to do, and then come back? Because I didn't know it was going to be like this. Because this is a whole different other reading now. So, because this is a whole different other reading now, I'm going to turn this video off, start on the dishes, and then come back when I'm halfway done with the dishes. So peace, love, and light. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me along my evolution journey. If you want to book a personal reading or want collective tarot readings, check out the description below for all that information. Peace, love, and light, and as always, be great.